What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Show back with another video. Now today I must say I feel like I should apologize to all the Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2 fans, because I recently got back up there. I've been playing it a lot lately, and if you know me, if you know this channel, I basically been not necessarily ragging on Xenoverse, because honestly, I say Xenoverse is a good game. I just think it's way past its due. But me personally, I've played two games that I felt like was just going to be done for me in the future, and I've been enjoying both of them for the most part. Now, for those who may be asking, what Xenoverse is he talking about? What is he even talking about? I'm talking about Xenoverse 2. Dragon Ball Z Xenoverse 2, to be in fact. It came out some years ago, and it's a game that's received a lot of criticism in the past, but I'm here to tell you, it's actually a great game. And that's gonna start my April Fools. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I do like Xenoverse, man, but I still think the same way. I still think it's time to pack it up. I think it's time to move on to Xenoverse 3, because if you guys don't know, they just added beast mode, and I will give them props for that, because that's something I feel like they wouldn't add. Weirdly enough, it just seems like transformations is just not their thing. I feel like there's a lot of stuff left on the table when it comes to Xenoverse. So, me personally, I feel like it's maybe a game that we should put down. I mentioned that I was playing two games that I thought I was gonna be done with. One is Destiny 2. The thing about Destiny 2 though is that with them, they do like expansions. You know what I'm saying? Like Xenoverse drops a couple of DLCs with some of your characters that should have been out. And this game in general worries me for Tenkaichi 4. Because obviously everybody's hyped, everybody's excited for Tenkaichi 4, but they don't realize that we're in a different era now. We're finna finally learn if games that were great in the past, can they be translated? Can they be made into sequels in this day and age? I personally think so, but obviously there's gonna be a lot of like DLC characters and stuff that you can buy, and that's actually cool with me. Like they start us off with a big base roster, then add DLC characters later on. I'm cool with that, but a lot of games tend to try to hinder themselves so that they can eke out a little bit of DLC content. Like me personally, man, I really do enjoy Xenoverse. I got back up there and got my beast form, and it was cool to kind of play around with a little bit. It was cool to have like a Saiyan, not really Saiyan transformation on my human and stuff, and it was really cool to just go up there and just play that and just kind of enjoy myself a little bit. You know, just jump back in some of the parallel quests. I think I bought the Gamma 1 and 2 DLC, and it was just a decent experience. I got on with some friends or whatever, but you know, after a day of playing DLC and kind of going to get beasts and stuff, you kind of realize that there's really not nothing else to do. Now, obviously, Xenoverse is a game that's been out for a while, and there's still players that are playing it now. They have the light version if you don't really want to play, if you don't want to go and pay for the full game, and that's cool. I understand that. I think that it's simply trying to provide a model in which it doesn't really work. And the reason I say that is because obviously now we have PS3 was the first Xenoverse. Xenoverse was on the PS3, and Xenoverse 2 was like the early years of the PS4. And now that we have the PS5, and it's been in for quite a while, it doesn't seem like they're making it Xenoverse 3, because obviously they're all eyes on this new Tenkaichi game, and that's what's gonna be so kind of interesting to me, because I don't know if you guys remember, there was a game called Ultimate Tenkaichi where it was horrible, but they tried to do stuff that Xenoverse would later benefit from. Like they tried to make your own creative character and stuff. You can basically create a Saiyan, and he can go all the way to Super Saiyan 3, and it was cool for that part, but the gameplay was just terrible. Now I don't know if that technically counts as far as like the Tenkaichi series is confirmed, but you would think that in this day and age they would want to kind of spice up Tenkaichi in a way to where they might include their own custom characters. It would be kind of pointless, because we do have a Xenoverse. But you also gotta think, will everybody be okay with just playing like the same story over and over again? Like they're gonna have to change something. They're gonna have to make something interesting. And this is my point. Like, is this Xenoverse 4? Maybe something that's not Xenoverse entirely, something totally different, but based off like the Tenkaichi franchise. But this is a way that they're giving us Xenoverse 4. You know, obviously it could just be another game with a lot of characters to kind of fight and play in, and that could be cool too. With Xenoverse 2 as a whole, it's time to put it down. It's really time to put it down. I know people are really excited. People really like DLCs, and I can't fault people for that. I'm not even mad at people for liking the DLCs, because I know there's games that I enjoy. If they came out with a little DLC, I'll go and play for a couple hours, like Xenoverse. But all in all, I don't think there's enough content to really return to the game to where I'll be really satisfied. At least for me. That's just my personal opinion. Obviously, people will feel differently about it. I just think for me, that's pretty much all we're going to get. You know, Beast Mode was cool. the introduction to beast mode and how you get the power and everything else is really, really cool. But I think that the framework the system is built off of, I think is old and outdated. And even though it looks decent, there's no PS5 version. And I will say this. I would probably play Xenoverse 2 a lot more if there was a PS5 version where maybe you could import your saves and, you know, play on a 60 frames, like max 60 frames or whatever. You know, everything just looking nice and looking proper. They gave Kakarot a PS5 version before they gave Xenoverse 1. And that made me think maybe we'll get like a Xenoverse 3 or something. But obviously they released Tenkaichi 4, so I'm hoping that Tenkaichi 4 is going to have a little bit more than what we think might be in there. So let me ask you guys this as a question. I asked you before, what do you want to see in Tenkaichi 4? If you are a Xenoverse fan or active Xenoverse fan, or you've played it and just feel like the game is just way past its prime at this point, let me know in the comments how you feel about Xenoverse 3. Do you want there to be a Xenoverse 3? Do you think Xenoverse 2 is at a good state right now? Should it just continue dropping DLC and really don't touch on some of the other stuff, like making a whole new game or a whole new system? Do you think that they can actually improve the game with the current system enough to where it can be enjoyed multiple times? Or are y'all just waiting for Tenkaichi 4 like I am? I'm just waiting for Tenkaichi 4. I'm done with Kakarot. I'm done with Fighters. I'm done with Xenoverse at the moment. I'm just waiting for this new Dragon Ball Z game that is very, very hyped. With that being said, guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you guys next video.
やれやれだぜ。